Yeah, so hello guys, welcome back to another edition of Sports Update Ghana. My name is Joseph Adamafio, and coming up in this edition, Isaac Dogboe has been able to defeat Joet Gonzalez and now has the chance for a world title fight. Well, where is he going? Is he going to face Manuel Navarrete, or is he going for the IBF or the WBC titles? Well, you want to stick and stay here as I bring you up to speed on all that, and also as I assess the fight from Isaac Dogboe versus Joet Gonzalez. More coming up here on Sports Update Ghana. Do well, subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. So let's get into it. And Ghanaian boxer, that is Isaac Dogboe, who is a former world champion, was able to defeat his opponent Joet Gonzalez in their fight by a split decision. It was that close, yes, but Isaac Dogboe was able to get the victory over the American. So the fight was very close, as I said before, and Isaac Dogboe came into the fight with his heavy punches, but Joet Gonzalez was able to withstand all the pressure that Isaac Dogboe brought into the ring. In round 4, though, that was where Joet Gonzalez got a chunk of Isaac Dogboe with some straight punch to his neck, but Isaac Dogboe was able to withstand the storm, as he's always a royal storm, and was able to finish the rounds. But well, the fight was very close. As I said, Joet Gonzalez most at times was working on Isaac Dogboe's body, but Isaac Dogboe was going for the straight punches to get the point, and that was what got him the victory, though. But I was expecting Isaac Dogboe to get the knockout, but it wasn't coming, and Isaac Dogboe has to really work on this, being an African, a Ghanaian to be precise, and maybe he has British affiliations, but that won't get him much of the favor, so he has to be working on getting the knockout. I remember in the presser when he was in Ghana, he was asked if he was going for knockouts, but he said that, well, his team has some works to do and maybe knockout will not be the preferred choice. But looking at his win rate in the last 3 fights for him, he's gone through 2 majority decisions, and now he's gotten a split decision. I think his next fight, which is going to be a world title shot, he has to really work hard so that he gets this knockdown, so that he'll be very fearsome. That is the Isaac Dogboe we know. That's what won him the WBO title, and now that he is a world title contender, well, we'll look forward to what is coming. But the 3 judges scored the fight 94-96, 94-96, and 96-94 for the winner, that is Isaac Dogboe. So Isaac Dogboe got 2 judges in his favor, and Joet Gonzalez got 1 judge in his favor. But though, well, after the fight, Joet Gonzalez was not happy with the decision by the judges and says that he wants a rematch. Let's listen to Joet Gonzalez.
Regrets about what you did or could have done?
Maybe I should have stepped on the gas a little bit more. I try to, he was a shorter fighter. I tried to use my height and reach, but he wasn't coming in. And then as soon as I noticed I was pressing, he was backing up and I was landing some shots. So I knew the right game plan was, to go forward. He wasn't going to come forward to me. But, I guess it was a close fight. I saw the scoreboard, and I think they had it a draw, and then some people had me winning, and then they said that I landed 7 more punches than him. Close fight. I thought I won the fight. I buckled him, I believe, twice in the fight. I stunned him. He didn't really land too many shots. I landed the cleaner, harder shots. I was pushing him back, and, he was holding most of the time, most roughing me up and trying to hold me, trying to stop me, but I thought I won the fight.
When you look at this fight, he started off boxing, and then you were able to close the gap, and when you were letting your hands go, it was a different fight. And then down the stretch, what was that like? Because you guys have never, either of you guys, been in a boring fight, and tonight was no exception.
No, like I said, I was pressing the fight forward. I was making the fight and landing the more shots. And, he was mostly, just leaning up on me and holding. And he was throwing, but he wasn't really hitting me. He was hitting shoulders, and I was landing the cleaner shots. So that's why I thought I won the fight.
Your first 2 losses were against the hardest fighter to hit in the sport today, in Shakur Stevenson. And then it was Manuel Navarrete, who had 2 wins against Isaac Dogboe. Tonight it's against Isaac Dogboe, a fighter that you felt you should have won or beaten. Where does this put you at the featherweight division?
I feel like I'm still a top fighter in the featherweight. Like I said, I believe I won the fight. If I can get a rematch, I hope I can get a rematch. But I just got to go back in the gym, make some changes, and I got a good team. I'll be back.
So that was Joet Gonzalez over there saying that he wants a rematch. Well, I think it's very tough to say that someone who is aiming for a world title shot to come back for a rematch. Well, it's very tough, but Joet Gonzalez can get a rematch if he allows Isaac Dogboe to go with this one, then probably in future, maybe not this year, 2 years time, when hopefully Isaac Dogboe becomes a world champion, Joet Gonzalez can easily get a rematch, maybe if he also gets a world title shot. But Isaac Dogboe says that he is back. Yes, he announced his return to a world title shot with that victory over Joet Gonzalez. He says that you guys should watch out for me. He even went on to say that he's not coming to give any motivational talks, but he is really back, and he gave a word of advice to people going through stuff. If you are going through challenging moments, tough time never lasts, tough people do last. Let's listen to Isaac Dogboe on this one.
My journey can be a Hollywood blockbuster movie, and I praise God always. And I want to, before I say anything else, I want to leave people with this message. It doesn't matter what fight you're in. Regardless of wherever there is darkness, keep on going through it. Because at the end of the day, you surely see the light at the end of the tunnel. And usually when I'm going into a fight, I have some sort of feeling that, you know what, this is a sure thing. I didn't have no sight in this fight. I was really anticipating what Joet was going to bring to the table. But I praise God, all I did was have faith. And the faith carried me through. And I want to say a big thank you to the WBO organization. I'm proud to be representing them once again. And the WBC also. So whoever the champions are, they should watch out. The Royal Storm, I am back, baby.
So that is Isaac Dogboe over there. Now let's get into the most important part. Where is Isaac Dogboe going from here? He has 3 opportunities. He has a WBO, WBC, and IBF. So which one should he go for first as a world title shot? If he goes for anyone and loses, he's going to drop and has to work his way back up there again. So for the WBO, Emmanuel Navarrete holds that title. For the WBC, it is Ray Vargas. For the IBF, it is Josh Warrington who holds that title. Isaac Dogboe has to make a very good decision at this one to decide on which boxer to take on for a world title shot, because all these 3 boxers have to mount a defense for their title. Mind you, Isaac Dogboe has fought Emmanuel Navarrete 2 times in the past. Emmanuel Navarrete got hold of Isaac Dogboe's world title and he gave him a rematch, and Isaac Dogboe was unable to get that victory against Emmanuel Navarrete. For Ray Vargas, he is also undefeated in his own rank, about 32 fights, 22 knockdowns, and 0 defeats, and 0 draws. Ray Vargas is a very tough fighter. Now you take on Josh Warrington. He's a British boxer. He has about 31 fights, 1 defeat, and I think 1 draw. And hopefully he's also aging. What should Isaac Dogboe do? Isaac Dogboe is a British Ghanaian. He holds a British passport and a Ghanaian passport. I think you should go for the IBF, which is an easy one, or go in for the WBC, Ray Vargas, which is a very tough one, I might say, but he can still get it. For Emmanuel Navarrete, now this is what Isaac Dogboe has to do. Isaac Dogboe has to wait for a while if he wants to get that WBO title and make it vacant so that he can challenge any other boxer in his rank for it. Emmanuel Navarrete wants to move up in rank, so if he moves up in rank, then the title will become vacant for Isaac Dogboe to go for it. Or maybe he can wait. Emmanuel Navarrete wants to unify the WBO and WBC by challenging Ray Vargas, and that is going to be a tight one. So it's going to be very, very tight, and I think Isaac Dogboe must take his time in assessing which boxer to go in for. But I think Isaac Dogboe must really work on his defense and also really work on getting in the strong punches. I'm yet to hear what his father Paul Dogboe has to say about this particular fight, but a whole lot of people in Ghana have been congratulating the young boxer for getting this. Hopefully he becomes a 2-time world champion, and that would be great. It's been a long time we had someone who is a 2-time world champion. I think one of the persons who was able to do that was Joseph Adbeko, and I think Azuma Nelson. But for Isaac Dogboe, though, hopefully he gets to become a two-time world champion. He became a world champion at the age of 23, but now that he's, I think, 27, hopefully he can become a world champion again. Well, that'll be it for this episode of Sports Update Ghana. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. I have love for boxing.